Welcome back, Carson.
Hey y'all, it's Jasmine with Rooting For You. I'm doing a quick little check-in. Hope you guys saw my post last night. We got our November offerings. They have rolled out officially. They will start next Wednesday and Thursday. That's the 8th and 9th. We're going to talk about some upcoming things I have going on. I'm going to make a pledge for my company for Rooting For You. We about to put our money where our mouth is and walk it like we talk it. Period. What else are we doing? I wrote some notes. Oh, and we're going to have a quick little chat about sea moss because I know people like sea moss. I love me some sea moss, but do you know what you're doing? And me as a seller, I feel like it's my duty to discuss some things with you and to reiterate the benefits of it, So let's get into it. Real quick, the November offerings. Let me pull those up for ya. Oh, you know what? I have them on my phone. I'm tripping. Okay, November 8th and 9th, we're starting with Maintain the Pretty. We're going to maintain the pretty, honey. That is about encompassing body, mind, and spirit. That's really literally all I teach about and what I'm going to continue to preach until the cows come home. But any product that you buy in regards to intentional self-care or nutritional wellness will get you a free reading, and it's just spiritual maintenance. We're doing a check-in just like you do your monthly or your yearly checkups at the doctor. When is the last time you checked in on your spiritual maintenance and that spiritual hygiene? Are you keeping up with everything? It can run amok, and then that starts to show up in other areas of your life, and then you're like, next thing you know, you knee deep. So for Rooted family members, I understand how it could be. So buy a product, buy nutritional wellness, intentional self-care, add your reading of choice to the checkout and use the code maintenance. We're going to knock the price of that reading off, and you just continue. It has to be local delivery. It has to be local delivery. It has to be local delivery, okay? I'm going to say it 3 times. But when you do that, I reach out to you in regards to the reading, and we get that thing done. What else? November 13th. Remember, second Monday of every month, I'm posting a new episode of Well Rooted Talks. This episode coming up, we talked to an herbalist, and we really talked about life. Like, that thing really could have been like 3 hours long, but it was just kind of like, let's just hit on this a little bit, hit on a little sprinkle. It was Salt Bay. It was really giving Salt Bay. But we talked to Alana. I almost forgot her name. I was going to call her Instagram name. It's Scorpio Reborn. And we just kind of chatted up. It's really just an informal conversation about some real stuff. So that's coming out November 13th. Now, the holidays are coming up. Some people fuck with the holidays. Some people don't. I'm kind of in the middle on it, but I am going to give those people an opportunity. You got Black Friday, you got Cyber Monday. I'm not talking about the deals just yet, but you will get an email. You'll see me posting about it. What is it going to include? Body, mind, and spirit. You got it. That's how we rolling. So those are my November offerings. Please participate. I'm giving these to you because I want you to be the best version of yourself. I'm rooting for you to be the best version of yourself, and I'm doing this out of love and understanding. So I'm not asking people to do all 3. That would be great if you watched the podcast and shared it, purchased and got your reading, and then went back and got a bundle deal. That would be amazing. You'd be my star player. But find one thing. All it takes is one to support a business, a growing brand. That's really about something. You know what I mean? I'm not just out here trying to take your dollar and be transactional with it. So tap into those November offerings. We got about 30 days in November, 28 left. Let's get it. Let's support each other. I love to see the people in the Rooted family talk to you guys, see what you guys have going on. Oh, Alana is a member of the Rooted family. I met her at a pop-up shop. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like keeping those connections. That's something that I could have met her. She could have bought a product and I never would have seen her again. But I didn't want it to be that way. So let's keep it going. Let's keep that energy rolling. What else? Okay. So I'm going to make a blog post. I was working on a vlog about my pledge. Every company should have one. Pretty much about like what's important to the company. Of course, we're talking holistic wellness. We're talking uplifting Black families. We're talking working with nature. How self-care is all encompassing the body, mind, and spirit. You guys know that I'm a doula. I was a doula first, and this is how the business Rooting For You started. It was solely doula work, and I saw a need for self-care, like real self-care, and helping Black women and Black families. It just kind of like broadened, and I went with it. So our social impact is pretty much about helping Black families, decreasing the health disparities in Black families. The Black infant mortality rate needs to go down. Our voices need to be heard. So we're talking to Black mothers, we're talking to Black birthing people, we're talking to people, to pillars in the Black community, even, you know, all the way down to the esthetician, Black herbalist, Black photographers, all of that. Like, we have what we need in our community, and it's important for us to pour into these people and pour it into our community so we can receive back. It's a cycle, you know. So my pledge, what I'm gonna do right now to hold myself accountable, I'm starting something called Ask a Doula. I'm gonna be posting about it in all these groups, and DFW mom, DFW business, telling my friends. But I see a lot of moms in these groups, they ask questions like, I see this, is this normal? Or I got this, and should I go to the doctor? All of those questions. So you can go to my website. At the very bottom on the homepage, there's a contact us. You could type in your question. I get it. I'll take some time out, and it could be confidential. I don't want to put your business out there. I won't say names, but I'm gonna answer it. I'm a doula. Been a doula since 2020. I've done every type of birth. I've had a kid. I've experienced it. Been home births, birthing centers, hospitals, water births, C-sections, you name it. Ask me, and I'm going to give you an answer. That our whole premises on being a doula is to offer support and guidance. So Ask a Doula is your chance to get that without digging into your pockets. I'm giving back to the community. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to make a flyer and post about it. And, okay, pause. I'll be doing my own hair. I'll be doing my braids. And last year I was posting like any mothers near birth, what do you have time for? So I was like, I do braids, your knotless braids, medium sized. For, what did I say, like $75, $100, I'll do those for you, super discounted, because I understand what it's like and what it's going to be like. And it didn't really get too many hits, and then randomly, literally like 2 weeks ago, I posted this last year, 2 weeks ago, somebody was like, you still doing those braids for mothers, for pregnant women? Yeah, and I've gotten better. So, if you know a pregnant mother that wants to get some knotless braids for the low, tell her to hit up Rooting For You. We're doing those. That's a part of my pledge, I guess. Okay. That's what's going on. And then next thing, I made this bomb-ass smoothie. I'm going to post the recipe in a minute. I love orange juice smoothies. It has sea moss in it. Now, Now, when I sell sea moss, there's a lot of people getting it for the first time. And they're like, what do I do? Is it going to taste bad? How do I take it? Rightfully so, you have questions. If you a G, take that whole about a spoonful. Once a day. If you want to mix it with some juice, that's fine. Buy my juices. If you want to mix it in a smoothie, that's good too. That's how I started. And then I was like, I'm a big girl. And I started taking about a spoonful and drinking some water, kind of like a pickleback. There are things that you have to do with your sea moss. This isn't, I just bought it, I'm going to leave it in the fridge. I'm going to show you guys. I took a picture of some sea moss that I left covered. Honestly, because I forgot it was in there. It was leftover, a little leftover from an order, and I wasn't going to throw it away. And I was like, let me go deliver this. I'll be right back. And I never touched it again until about 2 weeks later. And it was all slimy on top, grayish, whitish looking. It didn't look good. And then I had another sea moss that was nearing its 3-week date, which was in a glass mason jar with the holes poked. And it looked good. No slime. It was still fresh because sea moss, it's an algae. It's a living, breathing thing. And when you cut off its air supply, it dies and becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and mold and things that you don't want in your body. So,
welcome back, Carson.
Real quick, the do's and don'ts of sea moss. Do poke holes in it. Do keep it refrigerated. What do we have? Don't overdo it. It has, it's got a lot of vitamins and minerals. I believe the number's like 94. I can't remember exactly. Lots of trace minerals. Those are minerals that usually our body needs that they don't get, but we need them in small amounts kind of thing, like iodine, potassium for one. Those are things that are necessary. Iodine necessary, but do not overdo it. I'm saying take a spoonful a day. Don't take a spoonful 3 times a day. Because, it's good for you, can't be too bad. There's a such thing as having too much of a good thing, and moderation is the key to everything in this life here. So don't overdo it. What else? Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. I hope that you guys are having a great November. My grandmother, she did pass today. And God rest her soul. She was such a beautiful woman, like inside and out. And I'm so happy to have had her here. And to be a part of her bloodline. Like a line full of strong women, 14 children, raised them. You know what I mean? Like almost made it to 100 years old. Like we are not some quitters. My bloodline, we are, I was going to say built for it tough. But we are very strong women, and where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm forever grateful to have had Alberta Johnson. That's just a strong name, Alberta Johnson, to be my grandmother. She's a beautiful woman, and I love her, and I'm going to continue to make her proud. Like, this is why I do what I do. I'm not stopping. I'm building a legacy and an empire for my children and my children's children and the ones that came before me. Like, I'm literally their wildest dream. So it wasn't a sad thing. Of course, you don't get to talk to them physically or touch them, but I know her spirit still lives on, and she's always with me, and she's inside of me. Yeah, we flow.
Welcome back, Carson.
We flow with the earth. We are nature. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity. I feel like me knowing what I know spiritually and mentally, and being able to fight through my battles is like having a cheat code. There's no choice but for me to win, and for my lineage to win. we're going to knock through these generational curses. Tests, trials, and tribulations, they'll continuously come, but it's about how you handle them. I love y'all. I'm rooting for y'all. I want you to be the best version of yourself. And that's because we're all connected, you know. And even if we weren't connected, I still want the best for you. Tap into these November offerings. Stay tuned for my pledge. Watch what happens. Continue to grow with me. Tell a friend. Word of mouth is a strong thing. Like, if you're just looking, if you're not liking, okay, tell a friend. You might not be able to benefit from it, but you know there is somebody that is out there that will benefit from what I'm doing and from what I'm saying. So don't be stingy with it, and don't be stingy with me. There's more. I got a whole lot of love to give. I love y'all.